Hey, welcome everyone. While we go live, let me get everything set up for Spotify. Wait on Connor to join us. Back is killing me. Stuck in a motel room. It's not the usual location, isn't it? Busy week. Everything we're going to discuss. We got aliens in Peru, Biden. You know, the whole getting money from China and Ukraine and all that stuff. It's crazy. Get him pulled up here. Get ready to go. We are on the road. Now, a lot of our videos are going to be done on the road. We'll try to find a room to sit up in. If we can't find a room to sit up in, we'll have to do it in the truck. Just the way it is. We have to work for a living. It is what it is. But enjoying this new business venture we're starting. Hopefully soon we'll be able to rock and roll with it. But how is everybody? Everybody see the aliens in Peru? I'm going to try to link all the videos we can in the chat or in the comment section. And just go back. I don't know if you can link TikTok videos on YouTube or not, but if you can't, we'll share them all on the YouTube channel, or not on the YouTube channel, but on the TikTok channel. You can go to that. It's the Sean Davis Show, and I'll share all the videos on there that we've been talking about. I'll repost them there. You can check out those videos over there if you haven't seen them. Lights just went out. These are all motion lights. If you're not up moving around, they all go dead on you. So that's what it is. Message Connor and see what's taking so long. See if he ever shows up. Play this new video.
They look as if they stepped out of The Walking Dead.
That's scary.
A coyote blaring its teeth. Crazed-looking foxes and raccoons going insane.
We have one of those raccoons in our yard, a zombie one.
Yes, she really said zombie. People all over the United States are reporting seeing them. These ragged coyotes look like they crawled out of a grave, but they really have mange that makes their hair fall out.
It was like a Walking Dead type of thing.
Joe Evans came face to face with a scary-looking raccoon in his backyard.
The thing looked possessed. It's hissing and it's showing its teeth. Rather than being scared of me, it was like provoking a fight.
Tara Smith is a professor of epidemiology at Kent State University in Ohio. She says these scary-looking animals have either distemper or rabies.
Rabies is 100% fatal in humans if it is not treated before symptoms appear. They're drooling. They seem that they can't control their bodily movements. So it's difficult to watch.
A rabid coyote just took a bite out of this 5-year-old girl in Westchester County, New York.
I didn't scream. I didn't panic. It was coming through the baseball field. The gate was opened, and it was running like a cheetah.
The off-duty cop who came to her aid has also been given the rabies shot.
Holy cow.
It hurts a little bit, but I do feel a little better.
Photographer Robert Cogshaw and his eagles were chased indoors by this raccoon. He took dozens of images of the menacing animal.
He'd be on his hind legs, and then suddenly he would just fall over backwards, and he'd be in a zombie trance.
It happens to foxes as well.
He's confused, he's baring his teeth, he doesn't know quite what he's doing, and he looks like a zombie. They should not be approaching this animal.
So the next time you see an animal like this, remember, it's not really the walking dead, but keep your distance. They could be deadly.
It's a wild animal infected with a disease.
Rabies.
So they're unpredictable, you don't know what they're
They
going
say
to do.
vampirism
You
is
end
a
up
type
with
of
a fatal
rabies
infection.
too. They say it's legitimate. I don't know. What do you think about that? It's
They
crazy.
look as if they stepped out of The Walking Dead. This is scary. A coyote blaring its teeth.
Okay, Connor's not getting the invite. Try to message him. I don't know if I can pull it up through Messenger or not. Go back. Apologize, folks. It's kind of boring. Anyway, we oh, that's Kim. What's he saying?
If somebody has a problem.
Looks like our battery's about to die too. It's not working at all. Let's try this over here. Does it work? Okay, that got us power. Trying to figure out how to invite him. It ain't working. Oh well, we might be able to do the podcast today, guys. We just have to cancel it. I can pull up other people's messages, but I can't see this send up in the corner. See if I can send it through Gmail. Back's killing me. All right, turn this light back on. ER. Chuck, that won't work either. This sucks. Try to send another text message to someone else, see if I can get that to work. I got a reminder that Yellowstone is starting. So that's something there. Let me get this going somehow or other. Something to do with the settings, I'm sure. Come on. Try tethering. There we go. Bluetooth is on. Now let's try it. See if that works. If it don't work, we'll just have to figure out a different way. I don't know if it's going to work or not. The other way to do it, that's use my phone, but then the sound is terrible on Spotify if I do that. But I mean, I have a choice. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. Just want to go with bad sound and be done with it. Just cancel out of this and go up here and just shut her down. I can figure out how to shut this thing down. There it is. Maybe. Maybe. Shut her down. There we go. All right, power this off. Back up. Okay, try a different round. Here we go. Okay. Here he comes. He'll get it now. If he answers.
Imagine being a guy in the dating world right now and having to deal with well, I was focusing on
So I don't know if you've seen the video of the aliens down there, not in Peru, but in Mexico now. These things look like mummified, leftover Hollywood props from the movie E.T. So here goes the question. There he is. Hey, how you doing today?
How's it going?
The sound will probably be terrible because I had to put you on the phone instead of the tablet, which means we're not running everything through the microphone or the system. So it is what it is, but it's the only way I can get. Yeah, it's the only way I get it going today.
That's all right. My sound's probably pretty bad too. I have 2 roommates, so I'm outside today.
Is it raining up down there? It's raining up here.
No, it's not raining. Yeah, we got a pretty good rain a couple of nights ago. Thundering real bad, but I think it was much needed. That's for sure.
Did you see the flood I missed in Atlanta? I come through on the tail end of that, or right before that. It was right on my tail. I was trying to beat that storm. I watched it all the way down the road. I mean, it's lightning like super bad. I thought, man, I'm driving right into a tornado as bad as it looked. And the horizon, it was dark. And after I got through there, our cousin sent us a video that's down there in Texas where you're at. He sent me a video and it showed the flood, man. It flooded bad in Atlanta. I barely missed it with this load. Barely missed it. I come through there, man. I just know it was going to be a disaster, but I made it. I missed it. I missed that big storm. It rained a little bit, not bad, but it's rained all day today. I hope the tarps have held. That's all I can say. But yeah, I got some of those videos, and you sent me some videos. If and we'll try to put them in the comment section or whatever here after a while. Or if you can't see the and if we don't get them in the comment section, I'll try to share them all as soon as I can on the Sean Davis Show on TikTok. Just go there and check it out. Just the Sean Davis Show, and I'll repost all those for you to look at over there for sure. So let's get it started, Connor. What do you want to talk about first? This whole Biden thing, or what?
Well, the videos I sent you about the September 23rd and the October 4th is a big subject I sent you for us to talk about. It's yeah. What do you think about those videos I sent you? The Simpsons predicting it, and the whole nationwide alert that they're going to send out, and everything like that on October 4th. What do you think is going to go on there?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's all bullcrap. But the whole, you talking about the hamburger thing? Is that what you're talking about? In the zombie apocalypse, vehicles rolling through towns and various places. Is that what you're talking about there?
Yep.
Yeah. And what date is that they're going to do the hamburger things? Like here this week to the 22nd or something, 23rd, 24th or something?
I'm pretty sure it starts on the 18th and it goes on into the 20th.
Yeah.
I think. And then there's a bunch of stuff talking about some form of prediction of something is going to go down on September 23rd, and then October 4th is when the government's going to send out a nationwide presidential alert to everybody's device, phones, TV, tablets, everything. Everybody's going to get an alert. And it's almost like in that movie where everybody's phones was getting alerts and people are going crazy and attacking each other. And that's what people's claiming is going to happen. They're going to use the alert to brainwash people.
Oh, like that movie, The Kingsman or whatever.
Yeah, The Kingsman. That's the movie.
Samuel L. Jackson. That was a wild movie. Yeah, it made it 2 points. Anyway, yeah, that they sent out the alert, with through the satellites or through all the cell phones, and then everybody went nuts and killed one another. That'd be a very fast way of them thinning out the population like they want to. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. But you know what else? It's a lot easier for them to do. Most of these cell phone towers are rigged with like a microwave or whatever. They could literally just turn these things up and just cook us all. Everybody that's anywhere near the cell phone tower, they could just crank the power up and just cook us all, like nuke us all. And it's designed.
They won't have anybody to rule over them. It'll just be them, and they'll have to work and provide their fancy meals. And they don't want to kill us all. They just want to control us all.
Yeah, I think that's true
too.
Us
all scared. They want to be able to do whatever they want.
I don't know if that's true or not, but the military supposedly designed cell phone towers so that if there was ever being overran or being, if there was ever a huge invasion, and it's kind of like the last man standing, they just, before they let a conquering army take America, they just turn on those cell phone towers and just cook everybody like a Tesla death ray or something. But I don't know. It's it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. Is it possible the Simpsons get everything right? But also, it's kind of crazy. It's crazy. And we're not talking about the ending of the Game of Thrones here. We're talking about or President Trump riding down the stairwell or the escalator. We're talking about the zombie apocalypse. So I mean, it's wild. It's wild. One thing I can say is turn your cell phones off that day.
Yeah, that's what everybody's saying. They're not sending their children to school. They're not they're not letting their children use electronic devices. Everybody stay off their phones because that's what they're worried about. They're worried that they're going to use this as some form of brainwashing. And it's going right back to that dark corner thing that Biden was talking about. With the rest of the CDC and all that kind of stuff, and they bring up the dark corner on how a lot of people is going to die here soon because of an outbreak, and people need to be prepared. And it's not all. It's none of it's really making any sense, because how are they predicting a big outbreak unless they're the one who's going to push something like that, right?
Dr. Fauci, before Trump took office, said in the last part of President Trump's presidency, in the last quarter, he said the nation will face a terrible outbreak. So how did he know that if it wasn't planned? Everybody's blaming China for creating this thing. I'm telling you, it's all planned. They're all in it together. They're all in it together. I wholeheartedly believe that. There was a man named George Green who back in the late 90s, early 2000s, put out a bunch of videos talking about how he was like the head of the Federal Reserve Bank in some place, right? I can't remember, somewhere in the Midwest. And he got in big with the Clintons and the Kennedys and all these guys. And he said back then, hey, they're planning a big war. He said they can't do it right now. He said because no one would believe it. So no one would believe that China or Russia could take us in a fight. So in order to bring the United States down, they have to start depleting our military, stretch us way too thin, and just do a lot of bad things to the military, and then sell a lot of our secrets to China and to Russia and let them, be able to catch back up with us. And then when they catch back up with us and they get ready, then they can have their big war. So it's like it's all planned out. And I don't know if he's full of crap or if it was true or what, but he went on, he told a lot of that stuff that sounds plausible. But then he goes into all kinds of crazy stuff too. So I mean, like, I don't know, aliens and everything else. That's crazy. But you see what's going on right now, aliens may not be too far-fetched. What did you think about the video of the mummies down in Mexico?
Oh, yeah, they look very fake, about as fake as you can. They're claiming that they're tens of thousands of years old, right? Isn't that what they're saying? That they're mummified?
Yeah, 10,000 years old.
Yeah, I think it's very fake, to be honest with you. I think they're trying to take away people's attention from actually what's going on in the real world, with the Biden meeting with one of the secretaries of the leader of Vietnam, and him coming out and saying he met with the president of Vietnam, and it wasn't even the president, so they delete that and they try to repost it. And
I missed all that.
Russia losing a lot of their warcraft and their artillery, and Ukraine begging for more money, and us trying to scrounge up as every last penny that we can send them, every last dime coming from the people's pockets. Send Ukraine. I think the whole mummy thing, or the whole alien thing in Mexico is just a big cover up, just to distract us. What's really going on?
Well, you know what they said there at one time? They said that they would create a fake alien invasion in order to stop World War III. So, I mean, I don't know if there's really one ruling class deciding everything, or if there's a bunch of ruling classes vying for control and vying to have their scenario played out. I mean, who knows? I mean, really, who knows? Only the elites really know, and we don't know. We're just speculating and guessing, And you said something similar to what the guy off Black Scout Survival said. I watched his video last night. I don't know if it's his newest one or what, but he was talking about the aliens in Peru. He said I could go to a 5th grade classroom and have them make up mummies that look like aliens and do a better job than what these guys have. So he thought it was fake right off the bat. So you have to go back. Who was it that made E.T.? Was it Spielberg? Who was that done E.T.?
I'm not sure. It might be Jeff Spielberg. It might be.
I can't remember who done E.T. Let me look and see real quick. Look that up. Who done E.T.? Yeah, Steven Spielberg. I was correct. So you take Steven Spielberg. You know, he must have known back in the '80s when he made one of the greatest movies ever was about aliens, and knowed exactly what they looked like because right there they are, 10,000 years old. Now, is he part of the secret societies? Could he really know? Who knows? He might do it, but it's still strange, isn't it? A strange coincidence. These things look just like little ET creatures, only maybe they had longer legs. ET, it's kind of squatty looking, but feet right underneath his belly, but it's still the same head, just like ET. So it's odd. But
What do you think about the first husband running for president, Michael?
Yeah, I don't know if Big Mike's really running or not, but yeah, that was something that they brought up last night on Black Scout Survival. Was that he thought that they was going to bring in Big Mike. They was going to do all this stuff. Impeach. You're making a lot of noise. They thought they was going to bring impeach Biden and do all this stuff and set him aside. They know Kamala Harris, she's a quack, so she's not going to get in there as president. So they need a new front runner. So it's either going to be Newsom or Big Mike, to take on Trump, because they know that Kamala Harris can't take on Trump. They know that, Biden can't take on Trump, and not in his present condition. He don't know where he's at. Man, you're making a lot of noise. You're making a lot of noise. Okay, that's better. But anyway, they he was bringing that up, and he said, he said Big Mike. He calls her Michelle. He calls it Michelle Obama, and he's like, Michelle's going to come in. She's going to say the day. She's going to run against Trump. Excuse me. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's very strange. I know that they, at least whoever's trying to run the country right now, they know that Biden would not win the re-election, definitely against the big Don, right?
No.
So they're going to do their best to try to pick another popular candidate that would also push their liberal agenda. Because I believe RFK, even though he does have liberal ideas, he doesn't seem like he's not as far gone as somebody such as Biden or Kamala Harris or Bernie Sanders. He's not as far gone as they are.
Right.
They don't want somebody like RFK coming in and winning the primary against the standing president right now, and it would just make their administration look like a bunch of fools. And they already do look like a bunch of fools. They lie all the time on their Facebook feed. They lie on Instagram. They're constantly lying to the people, telling people, "Oh, this is the best the economy has ever looked. This is, how America's striving and all that kind of stuff." And all the people know that America's going downhill right now. We're the weakest we've ever been. Military-wise, financially, the people are starving, but they just want to keep lying to the people.
Drug epidemic is worse than ever been too.
It seems that they're trying to find ways to distract everybody with the aliens in Mexico, with the aliens in Peru, with the it seems to be they're trying to get these big corporations to lower the prices on food. I don't know if that's what the hamburger thing's about. I'm not sure what that's about. But it was kind of strange how Simpsons predicted it to be the start of the zombie apocalypse there, right?
Right, it was.
But the whole administration, it's screwed right now. They're lying to the people, and there's nothing that they can do except for try to distract everybody. So that's what they're trying to do. They're going to try to distract people, make everybody believe everything's okay. And then the dark winter, like I mentioned once before, them claiming that another case of COVID or whatever they're going to try to push now is coming up, and how a lot of people are going to die. I believe that that's just going to be part of them trying to either push martial law, bring the country to another lockdown, try to stop an election from happening, because right now they're getting what they want. They want the people to be broke. They want the people to be mocked.
They want their people to be dependent on them. Did I lose you? Are you there? I may have lost him.
That's
I lost you
my
for a
bad.
minute. I lost you for a minute.
My bad.
You're okay. But yeah, I agree. I agree. A lot of this stuff is distraction. A lot of this stuff is, I agree. Now, the burger thing could be, Tyson has shut down a bunch of chicken places, right? Chicken processing
They are.
places. Yeah, they've shut down a bunch. So you know what that's going to eventually do? That's going to trickle down to the growers. People like your grandpa and some of them. It's going to eventually trickle down to them. I mean, we hope it's a very long time, but it's gonna happen. I mean, it's inevitable. But here's the thing. They could be trying to, if they're wanting to limit everybody's use of meat, they've got all this stock piled up. It ain't gonna last forever. What they need to do with it? Well, they need to mix it with their fake meat and just push it out there real quick. Could that be it? Or could this be the burger joints fighting back against the fake meat? I mean, it could be that too. I mean, I don't really know. But there's definitely something weird about it. I'm probably not going to get a cheeseburger at Burger King, McDonald's, or Wendy's those days. I probably
I
won't
wouldn't blame you. I'm not going to either.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to. I'm not going to eat their chili. I'm not going to get no Taco Bell. I'm probably just going to stay away from hamburger during that little time. Does that mean chicken's safe? I don't know. They might be distracting everybody saying, hey, it's going to be in a hamburger, really be in the chicken. I don't know. I mean, that would be my luck. You would think it was distraction from one thing to be another. But, misdirection of him. But, I mean, who knows? Who knows? Back.
And it makes you think of going back to the jab, right? Whenever they're making people get the poke, the vaccine.
Yeah.
Hold up, one second.
We lost Connor there for a second. We'll let him take care of his business. But yeah, you go back to these things. Now, back when I was a kid, I used to love the 25-cent burger days. McDonald's used to have 25-cent burgers or 35-cent burgers. No, it was 25-cent hamburgers and 35-cent cheeseburgers. And on Wednesdays, you could go get all that you wanted, 25 cents and 35 cents. And I always look forward to that day because that was the one day that Dad, when we were on the farm, that was the one day that Dad went out and sprung for everybody cheeseburgers. So, man, we get all the cheeseburgers we wanted that day. Wednesdays was a good day back in the 90s, and back in the 80s and 90s when I was a kid growing up. And we never thought about nothing like that back in those days. But now there's so much garbage out there. Back then, it was probably mystery burger, but it was still burger. And we lost Spotify there for a second. We'll have to come back to record again. But anyway, those days were great. Those days were the 80s were awesome. The 80s were awesome. We had Star Wars, we had Star Trek, we had all these awesome things going on. It's just an amazing time. I'll invite Connor back here. give him another invite so he can come back. It was just amazing those days were, and those days are gone. Those days are gone. You know, we had the strongest military in the world. We still probably have the strongest military in the world, but it was just, man, people loved America back then. People loved America. It's just a different time. A different time.
Forgive me for that. We was doing colors.
No, no, you're fine.
I wasn't paying attention to the time. So yeah, back to what we were talking about the burgers. Like, you know, that who knows if it's even in the meat, man. They were forcing people to get this shot or lose your job. You know, between providing for your family or doing something against your rights. It makes you think about like why they would enforce somebody to do something that they don't want to do, and it shows that they have control over the people, right? We let them have an election. We gave them an election, and you know we were doing what we're told. We were being good citizens, good sovereign citizens, and you know it makes you think maybe whenever they do this phone thing that they'll it might be the time for the people who actually did get the shot to start turning into the brainless zombies that they were when they decided to get it in the first place.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know about any of that. I just, you know, there's something weird going on with a lot of things. They said this new COVID strain is not bad at all. Excuse me, I'm yawning a lot. I'm tired. I have not had very much caffeine. No coffee today whatsoever because I'm stuck here in this room. But anyway, they something distracted me up above me. Anyway, you know, they said this new COVID strain isn't that bad, so I don't know why everybody's like all freaking out over it. You know, it's not that bad right now. Yeah, we've had family members just had it, and it just, I mean, they didn't put them down. You know, let them stay home from work, but did not put them down. Also, you know, it's just, you know, back in the day, I was telling the audience while he was gone that, you know, that back in the 80s and 90s, there was a 25-cent hamburger day and a 35-cent cheeseburger day on Wednesdays at, at McDonald's and or Mickey D's. And then maybe it was like 25 cents on Tuesdays and 35 cents you get cheeseburger on Wednesday. One or the other. I can't remember exactly how it was. But anyway, those days, Dad would go get us burgers on the farm, and it was like the best day because he'd go get a sack full of burgers, and you have all the burgers you wanted. Yeah, it was a it was a great time growing up. I miss the '80s, and look at what, you know, kids, my grandkids are gonna grow up in. Man, it pains me that you all did not get to grow up in the '80s like I did because the times are just so much different. I mean, the movies now suck. Everything's just, I mean, it's just, you know, nothing is as good now as what it was in the '80s. And it's bad to say. I mean, yeah, we have more tech, we have a lot more things. And we have air conditioners. Almost everybody has air conditioners now. You didn't have that in the '80s. Not everybody had air conditioning. But I mean, times are just so much different. And, you know, it's just crazy. It's crazy difference in the way things are now and the way things were then. Did you see the video I sent you of the laser flashes in the fires in Maui?
I did, yes. Yeah, I've been seeing those videos around a lot. I've actually been seeing them in a lot of other places too, not just Maui. A lot of the places that are getting these fires, it looks to me like lightning storms of sorts right before these fires start. But it's some strange looking lightning. It lights up the whole sky, right? Not just like a certain area, but it almost looks like it's raining fire in some of these videos.
It does.
Strange, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very weird. Very weird. Could it be CGI? Yeah, it could be doctored. I don't know. I mean, they can doctor a lot of things nowadays, but is it? I don't know if it is or not. But just putting that out there. But you know, who's doing this? Is this us doing it? Is it the World Economic Forum doing it because that's the area that they wanted control of? Or is it China? You know, is it China doing this? I mean, who's doing this? Who's the culprit? You're making a lot of noise again, like a really bad lot of noise.
Yeah, you never know who's doing something like this because it's hard to trust your own government, and you definitely don't trust other people's governments, right?
Right. I mean, yeah, you can't trust the World Economic Forum. When they want you broke and own nothing and be happy, you know what that's all about. Slave control, slavery. Modern day slavery is all it is. But did you see, you seen a video of the woman using the Baphomet hand signals on the plane, but I can't find another video about that. What's that about? Do you know? Why was she getting off the plane? Why was she using those hand signals?
One more time, you keep breaking up. It's hard for me to hear you.
You sent me a video of a woman on a plane giving the Baphomet hand signals. What was that all about?
Oh yes. So that lady, she got into an airline, right, and she was getting ready to fly, and right before the plane takes off, right as they're doing their final speeches, she decides that she no longer wants to ride on the plane, and somebody slowed down the video, paused it, done whatever they did, and it's obvious that she's giving the Baphomet symbols, and so about that is whenever they're giving their signs, they or their warnings or whatever, they're trying to lead people away from God. You have to show who they're following. And that's how they do it, is by throwing up the Baphomet symbol. And that's the 2 fingers up on the left and the 2 fingers down on the right. And it just shows you that a lot of these people are, I don't know if she was meaning to do it or if that, because a lot of people are coming out and saying that she's a paid actor, that they'll pay actors to try to lead people away from God and to help brainwash people, get people to follow them, all that kind of stuff.
Some of the comments
yeah,
in that
if you
video.
will, link this video to the comment section so people can check it out and know what we're actually talking about. Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, I will when everything's over. I'll put it all in the comment section. If not, I'm gonna share them all first thing on my TikTok channel. You can go there, Sean Davis Show. Look at that. Like, subscribe, listen to us wherever you can. Share it with others. We need to grow the show. But anyway, that someone I was reading through the comments there. One lady said that that's also the same kind of sign or the same kind of hand motions that stewardess give. So this might have been a stewardess just causing a scene on a plane for some reason or other. But has anybody seen the full video of what was really going on? So she was just running her mouth for no reason and getting off the plane, just staging something like a breakdown or whatever, or attention seeking or something, or what?
It was very strange coincidence, right? How she's causing such a scene and ends up throwing up the Baphomet symbols, and the signs are everywhere in Hollywood, though, right? Like the whole Pizzagate and the jokes about child molestation and the jokes about eating children and all that kind of stuff. And people just don't pay attention to the signs. It's like they just don't care about the signs of what's actually going on.
Yeah,
And
it's
they're
everywhere.
ignoring them.
Yeah, it's everywhere. A lot of people make a joke out of it too, but Baal worship, Moloch worship, all these false god worships, Satan worship, Satanism. It's all a lot more prominent than what people think. A lot of people have tried to sell their souls for things they want or whatever. Is it possible to sell your soul? I don't know. I don't know if it is or not, but it is what it is. At the crossroads. Yeah, it's a. I can't remember now where it's at. It's somewhere out west or somewhere. Crossroads you can go to. Supposedly at midnight and sell your soul to the devil for a trade. Make a trade and make a bargain. Some say it's any crossroads. I don't know if it is or not. I'll Google that real quick. Where are the crossroads? It's the intersection of Highway 61 and 49 in Clarksdale, County, Mississippi. Are you there? Did I lose you again? Oh, lost him again. I'll have to invite him back. Anyway, that's where it is. It's the crossroads. You back?
So, what are your thoughts about the videos that I sent you? Did you watch them all? I know I sent you a lot of them. It's mostly about the September 23rd and the October 4th situation.
Yeah.
And,
a lot of those
I think it's strange.
Most of the time they're setting dates like that. It's just to get people all paranoid and tore up to sell stuff or something. I don't know. But anyway, the crossroads is the intersection of Highway 61 and Highway 49 in Clarksdale, Coahoma County, Mississippi, where, according to legend, Robert Johnson repeatedly sold his soul to the devil in exchange for his prowess on guitar. Robert Johnson's song Crossroad Blues is about this legend. So apparently you can go there in the middle of the night and sell your soul. I don't know if that's true or not.
I can't hear you, Dad. Where'd you go?
I said apparently you can go there to Mississippi and sell your soul. So I don't know. Is the devil only at the crossroads of Mississippi? I don't know. Who knows? Yeah.
It might be. You never know. So, that's what we went over today was how we think the aliens in Mexico that they came out and said were fossilized and date back to years and years ago, how we think that they are fake and are just an distraction to distract the people to get their minds off of what's actually going on. And the signs of our leaders not doing what they should do, not leading the country the way that they should be leading, and how we think that the upcoming presidential alarm going across all electronics in the U.S. is probably not going to be a good thing, and I'm not sure what they're going to do with that. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, but try to keep your friends and family safe. Try to keep them updated on what you believe, what's going on. And if I was you, to start stocking up on shelter food, because Walmart's selling it now. I've seen a video where Walmart's starting to sell shelter food, sell a lot of survival needs to the people, because I believe Walmart knows that something big's coming. And I don't know if they're part of it or what, but they are trying to help the people. But they are selling, at least from what I've seen on the videos, that they're starting to sell survival food.
You could always get a big bunch of beans and stuff there, though. I mean, you could always buy. I mean, we had like 30 pounds of beans back there in the office. We don't know more. I give them away because I'm clearing out everything, trying to get the house set up. But it is what it is. But you could always buy big 20-pound bags of rice and beans and stuff like that there. That's pretty much basic survival food. If you try to keep it clean and preserved, it'll last for a little while. But the main thing is most of this stuff is full of carbs, and what you really need is protein. Carbs, produce estrogen, and then protein produces testosterone, and you don't want a bunch of weak estrogen-filled guys running around during the apocalypse. You want them, proteined up and ready to go. In my opinion.
Yeah, they do want the people weak. Like you said, they don't want nobody having testosterone. That's for sure.
We know they don't, but who is they? I mean, we don't know who they are. It's somebody though. Somebody's out there doing it, or is it just happenstance? I seen something else the other day telling people to get off of. I think it's Black Scout Survival, or Canadian Prepper One was talking about how you should not drink water out of a plastic bottle. How that's destroying you.
You never know. This could all go back to the Freemasons and how they wrote the Constitution and how they want the world ran, right? And
well, if it was, it'd be a much better place.
I don't know what's going on anymore. The world's becoming a scary place. You just gotta do your best to take care of your family and to hopefully, whatever does happen in the upcoming months, the people will see and the people will take action and won't let the government step all over us, and we won't be controlled. Not again.
Well, we definitely need to fight for our individual liberties and rights a lot harder than what we did last time. Whatever happens. But we also need to look at all these immigrants coming in across the border. I think you sent me one video earlier where all these Indian young men were coming in across the border. And, I don't know if you know this or not, but India is supposed to be our ally. But they are back and forth right there next door to China. And they are, they're, for a little while, they'll get along with China. Then the next thing you know, they're back into it. I think right now they're back into it again. But it could all be fake. What if China and India, the most populated countries on Earth, if they get together, we got our hands full. You know that, right? I mean, that's pretty. I mean, North Korea's got a lot of people too. All these Asians. I mean, and the Indians. I mean, they outnumber us by a great deal. So we'll have our hands full, with these people. And India's a nuclear power. They're not a weak nation. They are a nuclear power. So, and they've been trained by us. They have our military equipment. They have, a lot of our military equipment. They have a lot of our military knowledge. So, that's a scary thing.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and just say that we're going to go to war with China, but I feel like our relations with Trump, under Trump's administration, were a lot better with other countries too, right? I know we didn't really have much to do with China during that time. We shut down them sending imports to our country. But if you look back at it, what we got to in North Korea and how we got them to stop shooting weapons into the ocean and how we got them to stop threatening us, and we ended up coming to an agreement with them. And Trump's relationship with Putin, there was good blood there. And now it's like we don't know who to have good blood with, right? Us supporting the Ukraine and all that kind of stuff. And what's the point of NATO, right? Like, NATO, we don't need NATO anymore, right?
No, not really. We don't really need NATO. That's one of the things Trump brought up during his administration was, we're taking the brunt for NATO. But here's the thing, we might need those allies. We might need those allies someday. But you know, and in a way it's a good thing, in a way it's a bad thing, because that means if they go to war, they drag us in there with them. But you know, there's you gotta have friends. You got to have people that watch your back, and you have to watch other people's back. That's just life. Whether you're an individual or a country, you know, that's just the way it is. But yeah, you're right. You know, I think it's all staged anyway. I think they're all big buddies, and the people are the real enemy. But say they're not. Say it's not the way things really are. Yeah, relations with other countries is a whole lot better off under Trump. Uh, he was respected and well liked. He was charismatic. No one really likes Biden that I can tell. No one has much respect for him. I mean, you know, it's just I don't know. It's just it is what it is. You know, it's very strange situation.
Times are becoming very strange. I know the viewers, they know it's strange as well. And the times are getting harder and harder and harder. Eventually, they don't want you to be able to provide for your family. They want you to have nothing. They want you to own nothing. And they want full control over you. And that's what they're going to eventually get if we're not careful.
By 2030, that's the goal for the World Economic Forum. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. And, you know,
you'll be happy too.
Yeah, you'll be happy. So I bet you'll be happy when you have to rent your clothes and everything else. I mean, they talk about like you have to rent your clothes, and when you leave your apartment or you leave your house, it'll be used for something. Somebody else will come into it and use it. It'll be shared. It won't just be yours. And you know, I'm about to that point now on my own doing that, but there's a difference there. I'm not being forced to do it. I'm doing it as my own. You know, because there's times out here on the road that I got to spend money for rooms and stuff like this past couple days, and I got to offset that cost with something else, you know. So that's just part of it. But you know, I don't know. It's just different times. It's different times. Times are just different. And the only way to get it better is, I mean, you got to find a way of working for yourself. You got to try to make as much money as you can. You got to work as hard as you can, and you got to work 7 days a week. And if you can't work for yourself, you got to work 2 or 3 jobs, and you got to forego a lot of things that you like to go do just to work and survive and provide for your family. That's just the way it is, and that's just the nature of things. It's just the nature of how things are right now. Then will this pass? This will pass. Will it get better? I don't know. Will it get worse? I don't know that either, but times kind of change. Times change, and eventually, when people get fed up enough, there will be a change.
Well, Dad, I think I'll call it for that. I'm having a hard time hearing you, so it's making it hard for me to. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I've had a hard time hearing you. We had a pretty good conversation today. You enjoying your trip right now?
Not really, but you know, it is what it is. But anyway, that probably wraps up this episode. We'll catch back up on about a personal life on the phone later. I gotta get up at 4 a.m. anyway, so early show. But keep your eye on.
Maybe next time our connection will be better too.
Yeah, keep your eye on September 22nd, 3rd, and all that stuff through there, and October 23rd. All right, well, Connor, I'll let you go then, and you take care of everybody.
Well, thank you for having me on your show today, and I'm excited for next week.
Yeah, me too. I'm trying to get us some more guests on. It'd be fun to have more guests to talk to.
That would be great. Maybe your other son like to join once he gets out of boot camp?
No, yeah, he'll definitely, once he gets out of boot camp, he'll be back on the show. But anyway, I'm going to get off here and we'll talk to you later, okay?
Yep. Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Thanks for being on. Okay, everyone, I'm going to, if I can't get them all posted on here today, I'll, in the comment section, I'll get those videos loaded up on TikTok. Just go over to TikTok at the Sean Davis Show and check it out there. Thank you all for listening on Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple iTunes, anywhere that you listen to podcasts. Thank you. Please like, share the show. And hey, just be safe out there. A lot of crazy stuff in the world. Don't get distracted. Stay focused on what's important. Stay focused on your purpose. Stay focused on becoming the best version of yourself. Stay focused on the things that matter most to your family, the people you care about, the people you love. You got to be able to help yourself before you can help them. So take care of yourself, make yourself well, make sure you're mental and spiritually and just financially and physically healthy and all those aspects. And just take care of yourself, do what's right for you, do what's best for you, and then you can help others. With that, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. God bless.